Welcome to the Progress Report for the week of March 27th, 2019. I'm Devonna Gaines. While some people view Greek life as just fun and parties, one Eastern Kentucky sorority is putting their time into easing the burden on families who are facing tough medical challenges. Progress reporter Lauren Berger has the story.
The Alpha Delta Pi sorority at Eastern Kentucky University has been working hard lately to put on their third annual Run for Ronald 5K.
All right, runners, take your mark, get set, go!
The 5K is a charity event located on Eastern Kentucky University's campus that welcomes sorority members' friends, family, and the community of Richmond. AD Pi senior Maddie Trimble tells us a little bit more about what the Ronald McDonald House does and why she loves it.
Ronald McDonald House is a great philanthropy. We have people like the community is coming out to support this philanthropy. It's awesome. It supports people that are less fortunate and that sometimes don't have a place to stay when they need medical care, and Ronald McDonald provides that for them. It provides them 4 meals, 3 to 4 meals a day, and a place to sleep, and they never have to worry, and I think that is just, I think it's a great thing.
AD Pi Philanthropy Chair Bailey Ward was in charge of organizing the entire event.
As Philanthropy Chair, this event is super important to me, and we're just really thankful for the turnout.
The event was not only important to AD Pi members, but also the runners. Tyler Toombs tells us how he feels just seconds after winning the 5K.
Feels pretty good. I'm glad I could come out and support a good cause, Ronald McDonald House and for AD Pi. Haven't ran in a long time, but feel a lot better after winning it.
For the Progress Report, I'm Lauren Berger.
In honor of International Women's Month, the Eastern Kentucky University Athletics Department held the inaugural Girls Night In to empower its female student athletes. The program included mental health awareness, student success, and other prominent issues facing female student athletes on and off the field of play. For more on the story, here's Cassie Knudsen.
The EKU Student Athlete Academic Success Center had their first ever Women's Night on the main floor of the Alumni Coliseum Monday night. The purpose of the event was to give the women a safe place to relax and relate with one another while also feeling empowered and encouraged. Hear from the Success Center's director, Monica Bamble, for why she thought this event was important.
Mainly, the Girls Night In is focused on empowering each other. The goal of it is to create a sisterhood of our kernel female student athletes and really be there for one another. With everything what's happening, I think it's important to understand the importance of athletics in every female's life, and we also promote that success among the whole athletic department.
The Success Center staff provided free t-shirts, goodie bags full of snacks, and a short yoga session for the women.
Having your eyes closed, your hands are placed lightly on your knees, palms up. You want to be energized, revitalized.
Dean of Health Sciences, Dr. Sheila Presley, Athletic Director Steve Lockmuller, and University President Dr. Benson were there to share their thoughts on the value of female student athletes. Athletic Academic Advisor Marina Coleman felt very passionate about this event and encouraged students to stand up and share their experiences. EKU senior basketball star Abby Wright shares why this event was important to her.
I think it's a good event because a lot of people got to talk about different things, and so we all got to come together, which we don't usually get to do. So I feel like this event should continue to happen because we all were in one space at one time.
With EKU Trending Now, I'm Cassie Knudsen.
Spring break just ended for students here at EKU, but not all of them went traveling looking for fun in the sun. Some EKU students took the time to work on projects to give back to the community. Dylan Bogard is the coordinator of student life and first-year experience and talked with me about service in action. Hello, my name is Devonna Gaines with the Eastern Progress. Today we have Dylan Bogard, coordinator with student life and first-year experience. And so today we're going to be talking about the trip Service in Action Spring Break. So Dylan, what is Service in Action?
So Service in Action Spring Breaks are really a part of our bigger community service projects and our alternative break program in the Student Life office. So the Service in Action breaks, they go out over spring break. This year we had 2 really awesome trips, one to New Orleans to do some historic preservation with the National Park Service in a cemetery down there, and then we had another trip go to New Jersey, kind of right outside of New York City, and do some work with SBP, which is a disaster relief organization, and build some homes after the hurricanes they had recently.
And so what do students expect from going on these trips? Like, what do they want out of it when they go and they help for the community and do these things that can really make a difference?
Yeah, so it's a really interesting and unique opportunity to kind of get out and serve. Even students that serve in local community projects or here on campus in community service, they don't necessarily get to kind of dive right into that. So they get the opportunity to work directly with some really high-end community partners that are out there, such as SBP and the National Park Service, to make a difference. They also get an opportunity to travel, to see different cultures, kind of get a different perspective of why service is important. We don't get hurricanes here in Kentucky, so seeing kind of that damage and what goes into repairing these cities is really important. I always like to throw out too that it's a great resume builder. Something upwards of 80% of all current employers that are looking for students getting ready to graduate and whatnot are looking for those types of community service and volunteer activities that students have done.
And so how many trips are there throughout the year with EKU?
Yeah, so throughout the year with EKU, we do about 4 trips. Of course, Service in Action, we've got about 2 trips that go out every spring. Those kind of vary. New Orleans has been kind of a constant the past few years. But we have our Fall in Love with Service alternative fall break, so we like to play a little play on words there, but it's a great opportunity for those that want to do kind of a shorter experience before diving into a full week to go out and do a couple of days of community service over fall break. And then we've got our New Year, New Me alternative winter break that happens just after the first of the year and before classes start for the spring semester.
I like that. New Year, New Me, get out and adventure and do different things for the community. That's really great.
Yeah.
And so how many students would you say go on the trip, like each trip?
So we usually get about between 8 and 11 students on the trip. So kind of the functionality of the trip is that we've got 12 people total that go. So we do travel by van, and that's kind of limiting for how many people we can have go on one particular trip. But that includes 1 student leader, a faculty or staff learning partner, and then 10 spaces open. So usually we have between 8 and 10 participants in all of our trips.
Nice. So now that we're back from spring break, what have these students experienced? Like, what have they taken from the trip recently?
Yeah, so a lot of it really goes back to the key idea of building servant leaders. So on these trips, students not only engage in the community service opportunities and kind of get to see the different cultures in these different parts of the United States, but also reflect upon what they've done. So those students, they might not have known anything about disaster relief or the importance of preserving a historic cemetery, but now that they have that better understanding, they're going to come back and tell all their friends about it and kind of serve as role models to go out and do that service. After the trip, the students do try to meet at least once, maybe a couple of times, to kind of decompress after the trip, be able to talk with their peers, and come back and do some of the community service opportunities that are offered through our office for the rest of the semester.
And so what can we look forward to the fall? Do you have any details for that, or are you waiting?
So we'll have some details for the Fall in Love with Service spring break, kind of closer to the beginning of the school year. So the hope is to have that, all the details of that finalized by Big E Welcome this coming year. But it's, last year was our first year doing it in quite some time, and it was very successful, and it'll be somewhere within 5 to 6 or so hour drive, and just be a great opportunity to get out and do some community service.
Absolutely. And so where can students go to find the information or to be notified when it's coming up or when you all decide like the destination and places to go?
Yeah, definitely. So communityservice.eku.edu, that's kind of the main hub for everything. That's where our on and off campus community service opportunities are, alternative breaks, then more information about the Colonel's Cupboard food pantry on campus. But I also encourage everybody to download the EKU Life app. It's for Android and iPhone. That's got all of our student life event listings on there, as well as just follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Nice. So, well, thank you so much for your time and really appreciate the information you've given. It sounds like a really fun trip. I would definitely go, and I just really enjoyed your interview. So, my name is Devonna Gaines with Eastern Progress. For more information on these and other stories, pick up a copy of this week's Eastern Progress or go to www.easternprogress.com. For the Progress Report, I'm Devonna Gaines.